What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to Assetto Corsa, and welcome to this exciting mod. Now, before I actually get into this and start talking about what this car is, I want to tell you about the excitement that surrounds this car for me. Okay, so today is March 15th, and I downloaded the car last night. Didn't get a chance to drive it last night. Drove it this morning before I left to work, and I intended to, and I immediately liked it, and I thought, okay, I'll do a video. And then I just fell in love with this thing. It is an absolutely fantastic mod, and I just drove and drove, didn't even bother making a video for you guys, and I ended up actually being late for work. That's how good this thing is. Thought about it all day, couldn't wait to get back behind the wheel. Had a full day of work. Came home, I had my basketball league that I had to, well, not had to, but got to spend some time with the family. And so anyway, 16 hours later, I am back here at my PC. I jumped in before I started this video and drove a few more laps. Still love it. Absolutely fantastic vehicle. And yeah, just phenomenal. One of the best mods I've tried in a really long time. It's truly just yeah, it's right up there with the GT1 cars that I recently purchased from RaceDepartment Studio, in my opinion. Just phenomenal. So what are we looking at here? This is the Coyote Corvette DP. So you can go ahead and yank your mind out of the gutter there. The DP stands for Dallara Prototype. So I don't actually know a lot about these prototype cars. There is a description that's included with the car, so you can go ahead and read that on your own. Or if you know more about this league, feel free to add a comment below. But what you need to know in simplistic form is that this thing is approximately on par. This is the 2014 version of the car, and it's approximately on par with an LMP2 car. It has about 600 horsepower and just over 1,000 kilogram dry weight. So obviously based on the Chevrolet Corvette, but only barely. We're going to jump into the cockpit in a second, and you will see, you know, it's the definition of Spartan, this interior. This thing is just purely built for speed, built for the track. Just a tub to sit in. And yeah, Spartan, I think, is the right word. Looks great, but drives even better. So let's go ahead and jump out onto the track and really enjoy this thing. Alright guys, so here we are at Road America, and this Coyote Corvette DP. Go ahead and jump in here. So as you can see, actually, sorry, apologies, let's turn off some of these apps. There we go. So as you can see, inside looks good. I did notice that the paddle shifters are missing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yep, nothing there. So very simple interior, but looking good for what it is. And but you know, for everything there is to look at in the interior of this car, it's really how it drives. That's what it boils down to. And there are very few mods that I've ever driven that have driven this nice. I love this thing. I love this thing. So let's go out, do an outlap. We'll get the tires warm, and then we'll push and see if we can bring this thing in say a 2-minute lap, something like that. So I mentioned earlier that this thing comes bundled with another car, the Oreca 09, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very much a prototype looking car, open top. And I want to say it's LMPC, which is a feeder league for the LMP2. Could be wrong about that though, I need to read up on that again. So if you're wondering what this drives like, what does it feel like to drive, I mentioned earlier the GT1 cars from RaceSim Studio, which I have a high level of respect for. It's kind of like that, in that this car gives you a lot to work with. It's very powerful, and the handling overall is quite well balanced. But at the same time, it does punish you if you push it too hard, so you really need to be mindful of your inputs. As you can see, a little bit of understeer there, but to be expected in certain corners of Road America. Car feels quite heavy compared to the Oreca that's bundled with this one. And by the way, I will link to the RaceDepartment download and the creators of this mod, because they deserve all the credit in the world. Truly just a fantastic mod. Alright, feels like we got a pretty good temperature in the tires already. So we'll go ahead and push. Actually, I forgot to turn on the clock, so we have no idea how fast we'll be going here. But, yep, just see if we can kind of find the limits of this car. As I said, 600 horsepower and 1,000 kilos, so really good power to weight ratio. Gets up the hill on the front straightaway there, no problem. Yeah, I just love this thing. I love how this thing drives. I'm itching to take it out to other courses. I did do a few laps at Imola. It seemed less fitting than Road America with the baseline setup. And sliding through that one. Definitely some room for improvement on the front tires. I'm just scrubbing them through this long right-hander. Flat out through that right-hander. Clip the grass there. Alright, we'll do one more after this. You can hear that sound echoing off the walls. Whoa. Butchered that turn, but that's okay. And we lost a bunch of speed coming into the front straight, so this wouldn't have been a good lap time anyway. But we'll do one more, because again, I love this thing. I actually haven't set a force feedback profile for this thing yet. I really need to, because I plan on driving a lot more laps with this. Absolutely fantastic. I know I've used that word about 50 times in this video, but there's really no other word to describe it. They just crushed this thing. This is a good mod by any measure. And again, you can hear that engine echoing. I've got it turned quite low so you guys can hear my voice. Hopefully you can hear my voice, that is. Better, but not great turn there. And finishing up this lap here. Alright guys, well you heard me use the word fantastic about 25 times there. Really not enough good things to say about this thing. I love this car. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much to the creators. Again, I will credit them in the in the description to this video. It is available for free through RaceDepartment. Get out there, download this, support these guys. They've done an amazing job. This is the Coyote Corvette DP. 2 thumbs up from me. Thanks guys for watching, and we will see you next time.